Lecturers here at the School of Information Studies in Charles Sturt University. Welcome to the Information Society. I'm going to be working through the subject with you this session. Let's talk about how we're going to work through the subject. In the subject outline that you'll find in the Subject Interact site, you'll see that there is a section entitled Subject Delivery. If you click through there, you'll see a schedule that guides you as to the pace at which to work through the learning materials that are in the subject site. Those materials are contained in the modules section of the subject site. In addition to that core subject content, I'm going to provide some videos like this one that I'll embed in the Interact site, and I'll use those videos to flesh out some of the concepts that we look at through the subject, and I'll try and draw on some real world examples and illustrations that I think highlight the relevance of the concepts for you as we're working through the subject this session. I'll also try and tailor those videos to the assessment process so we can really hammer out some of the issues that are important in assessment in the subject. Okay, so you've got the learning materials, you've got these videos that will supplement the learning materials, and I'll provide some follow-up readings after we've done videos every now and then. You've also got a discussion forum, and that's going to be helpful to you in terms of discussing the concepts, reflecting on readings that you have looked at through the session. I think the other thing that students have found really helpful in the past is using the discussion forum to establish study groups. So I've suggested that in your introductory posting to the forum you note your location, and we'll see if we can get some discussion groups, some study groups up and running. And I think that's really helpful in terms, not necessarily in terms of the intellectual stuff, but it is helpful for your studies, but also in terms of peer support and just in terms of carving out some time that's going to be helpful to you as you try and fit your studies around your other responsibilities. So what should you be doing this week? Well, we'll take it a little slower this week in terms of the intellectual stuff because it's week one, but this week is going to be about finding your way around the Interact site and finding your feet with module 1. So dive into module 1. It's around the Information Society, which is the core concept for the subject. It's fundamental for your first assignment. So what you need to do this week are introduce yourself on the forum, dive into module 1, have a look at the description of assignment 1 in the subject outline. It points you to a specific reading. You could download that reading. It's a chapter by Bawden and Robinson that we use to help us frame assignment 1. It's available on reserve at the CSU library, so just go to the library homepage, type in the subject code into the search box, and that'll pull up the reading for you. It's a PDF file. You can download it and read it at your leisure. So I think that's enough to be going on with for the first week, and I'll see you next week.